The Morocco Commemorative Medal was a French military campaign medal. It was established by the law of the 22nd of July 1909 for award to soldiers participating in the Second Franco-Moroccan War under the command of General Hubert Lyautey. Long-time French colonial interests in North Africa led to tensions between European nations but particularly disturbed Germany. Early in the new century, France pushed established international agreements to the limits, bringing tensions to a high point in the Agadir Crisis. Moroccan forces took advantage of the situation to attack French positions, leading to an escalation in the number of French troops in their country, under the auspices of so-called pacification operations. These military operations went on until the 30th of March 1912, the date on which the Treaty of Fez was signed, making of Morocco a French protectorate. Award Statute. In accordance with Article 1 of the law of the 22nd of July 1909, the Morocco Commemorative Medal was awarded to 1 degree any soldier who sailed for Casablanca between the 5th of August 1907 and the 15th of June 1909. 2 degrees any soldier who served in occupation troops on the right bank of Fdutil or in the French mission in that city at any time between the 29th of March 1907 and the 1st of January 1909. 3 degrees any soldier who crossed the Nouakchott line, including the cities themselves, between the 23rd of November 1907 and the 10th of January 1908. 4 degrees any soldier who marched with the columns that operated from the 6th of March 1908 to the 10th of June 1908 or from the 15th of August 1908 to the 7th of October 1908, south of the Terniat-Alsace parallel to the west of a line that, starting from Terniat-Alsace, would join at Douvira at the northern limits of the Saharan regions to the east of Fourth Asagabia. 5 degrees any soldier who was part at any given time between the 6th of March 1908 and the 15th of June 1909 of the Boudana-Babouanani garrisons, or of the detachments charged with the resupply of these posts, or of the organization and movements of these supplies, or of the construction of the telegraph line from Colombo to Boudanib. 6 degrees Gamiers who served in the aforementioned regions during the same time periods. 7 degrees any member of the personnel of the Navy Department who, from the 5th of August 1907 to the 15th of June 1909, served at any given moment in Morocco, or served on board a vessel of the naval forces attached to Morocco charged with a mission in Moroccan waters. 8 degrees functionaries and civil servants of the various ministerial departments and personnel of French relief and medical societies for wounded soldiers, who served in the aforementioned regions of paragraphs 1 through 5 at the aforementioned dates, and to Frenchmen who, as civilians, took part in the defense of the French consulate in Casablanca between 5 and the 7th of August 1907, or who contributed to the defense of the Bab el-Hossaplant on the day of the 27th of November of the same year. Article 2 of the law of the 22nd of July 1909 further stated that clasps would be worn on the ribbon. The clasps were earned as follows. Personnel referred to in paragraphs 1 degree and 7 degrees would wear the Casablanca clasp. Personnel referred to in paragraphs 2 degrees and 3 degrees would wear the Oudjda clasp. Personnel referred to in paragraphs 4 degrees and 5 degrees would wear the Oguia clasp. Personnel referred to in paragraphs 6 degrees and 8 degrees would wear the clasp depending on the region where the service occurred, giving the right to wear the medal. In accordance with Article 1 degree of the Decree of 4 June 1913, the Morocco Commemorative Medal was awarded with the Maroc Clasp to any soldier, Moroccan Gouvernement is any, who served in the occupation forces between the 29th of September 1911 and the 19th of July 1912. The instructors of the military mission, of the Chérifienne Army or of the auxiliary Moroccan troops who served in Morocco during the aforementioned period, the instructors of the Franco-Moroccan Port Authority Police and of the Company of Franco-Moroccan Border Police who served in regions occupied by French military forces during the aforementioned period, the indigenous Moroccans who served in the Chérifienne Army Service Corps of Auxiliary Moroccan Troops, of the Moroccan Port Authority Police or of the Company of Franco-Moroccan Border Police, who cooperated to the operations in Morocco between the 29th of September 1911 and the 19th of July 1912, who were wounded or particularly distinguished themselves. The indigenous Algerian, Tunisian and Moroccan handlers who participated for a minimum of 2 months to the operations in Morocco between the 29th of September 1911 and the 19th of July 1912, who were wounded or particularly distinguished themselves, and to those who signed up for a further contract after 6 months of service. All naval personnel that sailed between the 29th of September 1911 and the 19th of July 1912, on a vessel of the Moroccan Naval Division based that sailed south of the port of Media, and to all naval personnel who served between the aforementioned dates, towards the ports of Rabat and Casablanca, functionaries and civil servants of the various ministerial departments who, in view of their functions, took part in military operations, and to the personnel of relief and medical societies for wounded soldiers, accredited by the War Department, who served in the aforementioned regions at the aforementioned dates, the chiefs, agents or indigenous individuals who, having clearly identified themselves to the French cause by the devotion, were wounded or particularly distinguished themselves during the operations of the same time periods. Article 2 degrees of the same decree stated that actions of service after the law of the 22nd of July 1912 were not be considered for award of the Morocco Commemorative Medal. Instead, these later operations, such as in 1915 and then from 1925 to 1926 to put down the tribal revolt in the Rif Mountains directed by the nationalist leader Adbl-Krim, were instead awarded the Colonial Medal, with campaign clasps for Maroc 1915 or Maroc 1925-1926. Award description: the Morocco Commemorative Medal was a 30 mm in diameter circular silver medal. The obverse bore the relief image of the effigy of the warrior republic, in the form of the left profile of a helmeted woman's bust, the helmet being adorned by a crown of oak leaves. On either side, the relief inscription along the circumference REPUBL like UUE Française. The reverse, representing both the Army and Navy, bears the relief images of an infantry rifle crossed with a naval anchor below, 2 military banners and lances surmounted by the relief inscription, Maroc. The banners bore the inscriptions HONNEURETPATRIE and the words Casablanca, OGUIR and OUDJDA. In the background, sand dunes, the wall of a Casbah and palm trees. The medal hung from a 36 mm wide silk moire green ribbon with a 7 mm white central stripe and 2 mm wide white stripes 1 mm from the ribbon edges. The medal suspension ring was adorned by a silver laurel wreath and a crescent. 4 silver clasps of oriental design could be worn on the ribbon. Casablanca, OUDJDA, OGUIR, Maroc. Noteworthy recipients: Marshal of France Hubert Lyautey, General Henry Gouraud, General Charles Mangan, General Maurice Eugene François Baumgarten, General Alphonse Juin, General Robert Nivelle, General Jean-Marie Brulard, General Albert Damade, General Paul-Frédéric Rollet, General Jacques-Théodore Sacconi, General Louis-Franchet Desperay, Admiral Jean de Labert, Surgeon General Adolphe Cesset, General Joseph-Émile Mangan, Lieutenant Adolphe Péguy,